In F1 Manager, can you get 100% setup confidence through simulated practice? Yes, you can, and I'm going to show you how, and I'm doing it with Williams. I'm turning Latifi into Go-Tifi with these stats, and I'm saving your time because this is simulated practice. You don't need to go through the whole practice session manually. You can just do this bang, 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 get to the race with 100% optimized setup, boost your driver stats, and give yourself a much better chance of getting a result in the race. So for FP1, as I've said before, this is a mini game. So all we want to do is get our markers within the blue bands and get some information. This is about information gathering. It's not about trying to get the perfect setup here. It's not about thinking, I'm going to run a high downforce setup, low downforce setup. We just want to get the markers within those blue bands and see what the drivers tell us. So we're going to send them out. And like I said, I'm going to simulate this. I'm not going to go to practice. I'm going to simulate it because I just want to get that information and see what happens. So let's have a look. Now, this is obviously random. You don't know where the bars are going to end up. But this is where we are, 69%, and 63%. So this is the important bit now. So hopefully you've got bad, good, great, or optimal. Those are really the options that you get here. Now I've got all good for Go-Tifi, and that means I don't need to be moving my bars for any of them too far away from where we were at previously. Now if any of that feedback was bad, I'd be moving my bar to the other side of the blue band. And if any are optimal, I want to keep my bar exactly where it is. And for any that are great, I want to move them just a tiny bit. Now, let me know in the comments if that doesn't make sense. I've had some comments on my previous video, and thank you so much, by the way, for all your comments, support. I have so much energy for F1 Manager 22. It is crazy. I am loving this. Loving it so much. But let me get on with the video. I can't get too excited. Thanks so much. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying it, though. So you can see here for good, I'm not moving that far away. So that's where I'd leave it for good, that kind of distance. So hopefully that's helpful to see what I've done here. And for Alex Albon, you can see we've got some bad ones. So for the bad ones, I want to be moving those markers quite far away. I want to be going to the other side of the band. So hopefully that's quite simple to understand. Again, approaching like a mini game. 20 lap runs. Let's send them out. Let's simulate it because we want to get to the race, let's be honest. And see what the feedback is for FP2. Now this might go backwards. It might go forwards. You can see here, I think for both drivers it's gone forwards. Which is good, but even if it had gone backwards, it's not the worst thing in the world because it's just giving you more information. Now, this is obviously the key one. This is our last chance. And you can see for Go-Tifi, we've got 3 in the optimal. So there's 3 there that we can pretty much guarantee that we're going to get the maximum points. And for the bad, I'm going to go to the other side of the band. And for the great, I'm going to move a little bit away. So this is where it's a lot of trial and error with the band. As you get used to the bands, you realise what they do. Like anti-roll has a really, really big effect. And rear wing angle has a massive effect on the straights, for example. Once you've done rear wing and front wing, you can't affect the straights anymore. So once you get into that mentality, it's really helpful. But that's what I'm going to do for Go-Tifi. And that's my last shot. So hopefully that's going to get us near 100%. For Alex, not quite as good. Only 2 optimals, but that's not too bad. And we've got a bad here. So we're going to move that bad, obviously, into where the band is. The good we're going to move a little bit further away than great, and great we're going to move quite close to the band, and optimal we're going to keep it. So here we go. This is where you mess around with the bands. The way my brain works, I actually really like this. It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube. Everything you do affects something else, and there's probably about 1 billion combinations. I could play this as a mini game on its own because I'm quite sad like that. But I quite enjoy it. But anyway, let's see what we're going to do. That's where I'm ending up. Hopefully that makes sense. And we're going to send them out on instant. And we're going to simulate it. So this is happening really quick. I've only cut out a little bit of dead time here. It's really not taking that long at all. And going into FP3. And let's see what happens. Roll the dice. See what it's going to be. Here we go. 100% for Go-Tifi and 90% for Alex Albon. So for anyone said in my previous videos, oh, it's Verstappen. My nan could do a setup with Verstappen and he'd smash it. Well, this is Williams, the worst team on the grid. And we've got 100% all in the optimal for Latifi. And he's 100% on track and parts as well. So he's just maxed out. His stats are now actually decent. They're where he should be, actually. They're where the stats should be for Latifi. And now we've got Alex Albon. So we couldn't quite get oversteer. That's such a wide band at the top. I'm not sure why that's such a wide band for oversteer. I kind of need to understand that a little bit more. But there you go. I mean, that's the essence of it. 100% confidence for Latifi, and we're pretty close for Alex Albon. I'm going to go here to the stats page, and you can see the effect it has. I think it's going to be 15 for both. So we maxed out the stats for both. Absolutely fantastic. Hope you enjoy this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like to subscribe. Really appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time.